Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Lala if you're new here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Today I'm going to be doing a Q&A. So I've never done one of these before, but I figured it was time to hop on here and do like an actual formal Q&A because I've never done one. So I had a Q&A on my Instagram, I think 2 nights ago, and I saved like more of the basic ones that I wanted to cover on the vlog for this. I'm drinking my green juice and I put supplements in here for fertility, so it doesn't taste very good, but I need to drink it. So that's actually the first question I'll cover. So update on your pregnancy journey. So if you're new here, again, sorry, we're hopping in kind of hot with pregnancy stuff, but if you're new here, I'm Lala. I've been very open on my social media about my husband and I having a miscarriage last November. We have since then been trying to get pregnant, and again, I've been pretty open with that journey and what that's been like, what it's felt like, as much as I am able to online and on Instagram, and also as much as I don't want to ever be triggering online, but sometimes there are topics that are very, very heavy for people to read about, listen to, and sometimes things can be very triggering. So I try to tread lightly with this topic, but it's a very big part of our story. It's a very big part of our life. So I am gonna share it on my platforms. But yeah, so we were pregnant the first time we tried, and it was like the best day ever finding out, and we ended up finding out it was a girl, and she was due this last May, and she passed. And we're in really good spirits right now. Summer helps, but we are obviously actively trying every single day, and I'm trying to do mostly everything I can to maximize like my fertility and give ourselves the best chance to conceive again. So without getting into like too much detail on this Q&A, that's probably where I'll leave it with that. So the next question is, have you always lived in Minnesota? And literally the very annoyingly short answer to that is yes. Yeah, I have always lived in Minnesota, born and raised, and probably will never leave, truth be told. We are gone like all winter, so, and spring, I guess. But no, we have always lived here. Okay, we've always lived here and we always will because we just bought our dream house. And then the next question about that is, where's your new house? And I'll say it's in the west suburbs in like a very populated area. I don't want to say like the actual city just because of privacy and everything. But we love it. I'm looking at the trees right now. I just saw a deer walk by and I'm just could not be happier. I'm from over here, so it feels really good to like put roots down with Taylor over here in this neck of the woods outside of the city. How did you and Taylor meet? And this one I've covered before, but we met in college, and I saw him and I wanted him, and literally that's like the end. I saw him playing a basketball game and I had some liquid courage in me, and like literally the rest is history. It was the biggest basketball game of the year. It's like the rivalry at my college, and so I was drunk. I was drunk, and I was like obnoxiously cheering for him the whole game. And his teammate came up to me at the bar after the game and was like, "Do you like this guy?" And I was like, "No." Put me in a headlock and introduced me to Taylor, and the rest is seriously history. Shout out to Grant, Greta's husband. The next question, when did you get Zeus and Theo? Taylor and I got Zeus 3 weeks after we became official, my sophomore year of college. Yeah, that's how, and he's right here. But we went to go to this little pet store in a mall for puppy therapy during finals week because I was like so stressed, and I was like, let's go pet dogs. Yeah, we walked out with Zeus. And then Theo came that summer. And so they're both 8 now, and they're like 4 months apart in age, and they are brothers, soulmates. They're the heartbeat of our home, and we love them. Those dogs run our lives. It's actually out of control. How do you feel about being done with corporate? Oh my God. Again, if you're new here, I covered in my last vlog, or like a couple vlogs ago, that I actually was let go of my corporate job. I've been in the corporate world since before college, and I worked in entry-level sales, I worked in marketing, I worked in kind of climbed up the ladder with marketing and loved every second of it, but I really was not very passionate about the work, and I'm very, very happy. I just need to get more structure under Lens, which is also, if you're new here, I started a content creation company for events, but really it's a really strong niche for weddings, and that's been going incredible. And I've met with a business coach, and I need to get all the structure down for that before I like go insane on a couple campaigns I have planned. So it's been really good to pursue something I'm passionate about. I felt like I've taken like a really good break from, I finally feel like 22-ish days out of the corporate world. I'm feeling like my body is reset, like breaking habits, like waking up super early to log on to Slack and make sure I didn't miss anything overnight. Like I am just really happy to not be reporting to anybody right now. Definitely a luxury of getting let go, but again, our company got bought, so it was really amicable, and it was basically my role was deemed redundant with their existing marketing team, which I had no hard feelings over. I met their marketing team and they were phenomenal. So I'm wishing them all the best in the world, and I am focusing on pursuing something that I'm really passionate about, and we'll see where it takes me. But I feel really, really good about it, and I'm really believe that God planned that all out for me, because I never would have left that company. I'm like scary loyal. I just would have worked there until I retired. Way too afraid to quit. Next question is, why did you get married in Florida? So Taylor and I got married around New Year's Eve 2021. So it was technically the start of 2022 on December 29th. And we got married in Naples because that's where he asked me out, and we had a family home there for a really long time. We lived in Naples for like, I think it was like 12 years, maybe 11 years. I don't know. It was right around there. And we spring break there. We holidayed there for many, many years, basically our whole relationship. And we just love Naples, especially around the holiday time. It was just the most beautiful beaches, some of the best golf, some of the best bars, some of our favorite all-time times are in Naples. And we have a crew that goes down there all the time, and we did in college. And yeah, it just felt right. And I would not change that literally for anything. I loved having a destination wedding. I loved getting married over the holiday season. We had like a 4-day production of a wedding, and it was really, really great. And now my parents live in Vegas. So they went from the East Coast to the West Coast because of a few reasons. But number one, my stepdad thinks that sports are on too late on the East Coast. So he wanted to get back to the West Coast where most of his kids are and where he's from and everything. So it makes sense. And he gets to watch NFL games at 10 a.m. instead of 2 p.m. We're really liking Vegas, and it's fun to visit there and everything. But yes, I will always love and miss Naples, and Taylor and I will eventually in our lives have a snowbird home there. Lens just needs to take off first, so. And then leading to that, why was your hair blonde at your wedding? My hair was blonde at my wedding because it was blonde at the time, and I always wanted to be blonde on my wedding day. I know a lot of people like my darker hair, but like in my soul, I've always been a blonde. I've been a blonde for a lot of my life, but I've had black hair. I tested the waters with black hair in high school, which I would not recommend for myself. I literally asked my grandma, I'm like, Grandma, do you like my hair? And she's like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. But no, I always envisioned myself blonde on my wedding day, and I was blonde all through college. I was blonde all growing up, so it was like, I just wanted to have like my really bright blonde hair on my wedding day, and it feels so good to be a brunette now. Like, I can't tell you how much maintenance being a blonde is, especially when you're not naturally that blonde. And my salon, Spoken Wheel, shout out, they're the best salon in the cities. I swear by them. I love being a brunette now, and I get so many compliments all the time. I definitely feel like prettiest when I'm blonde, but I'm not going to like I'm not gonna go back anytime soon. I'm just like really, really good with getting my hair done once every 4 or 5 months instead of like the 8 weeks. And the damaging and the breakage and the shampoos you need, the conditioners you need, like don't swim in a pool. Like it's just like, oh, I'm free being a brunette, and I love it. So not going back to being blonde anytime soon, even though Taylor really wants me to. Even though he's the one that wanted me to go brunette, I'm like, no. He's like, I'll pay for you to go back blonde. And I'm like, will you sit in a chair for 8 hours a day to get me back blonde? No. My ass has to sit in a chair. Okay, why did you name your company Lens? I love this question, and I definitely wanted to save it for the vlog because I've said it a million times, but if you're new here, like if you've not been following, my nephew passed away in almost 4 months ago now, and my sweet Maverick Moon. And after that, he really gave me like a new perspective on life, a new lens, I like to say. And really it came from the fact that I had a new lens once my nephew passed away on life, and I just was like, I want to make my nephew proud, and I want to like live life to the fullest, because we just don't know how much time we have, and tomorrow is not promised to any of us. And I just, not gonna lie, I was sitting like, I felt like I was withering away at my corporate job. I just was like not passionate about it. I was really burnt out. I was dreading working, and I just don't feel like that at all anymore. And I might not be making as much money right now, but who's to say that can't change? And who's to say like where this takes me, what this will, like how this is gonna complement my lifestyle. I might be able to have more time to be a mom eventually, God willing, all those things. So I'm just like really feel so blessed, and I'm so grateful for how things have turned out for myself. And I swear a lot of it is just like changing my perspective or lens post losing one of my most special people in my life. So yeah, that's my Mavy Moon. He's in heaven every time I see the moon, every time I see blue, every time I look into my yard, every time I see a bluebird. I mean, there's so many things that make me think of him, and he's integrated in my life constantly, and we talk about him constantly. So that is the heaviest thing I've ever gone through. Not only that, my oldest nephew, Abner, he is a survivor of a fatal heart condition, and he's had like, God, probably 8 open heart surgeries, and he's not even 5 yet. But he's doing really well. And so we've just had a lot of health scares with our littles, and we've lost one, and we have one miracle kid, and then there's JJ Bird Joyce, who is an absolute riot, and it's so fun. But Maverick is the second and will always be integrated in our lives, and a very prevalent force in our family forever. So lens came from him, and I really just did have a new lens after he passed away. So that's where that came from. Okay, next question is, why did you move? Your old house was beautiful. It's a good question. We loved our old house. It was the perfect home for us, like our first starter home. We had actually owned a condo prior to that, but our home in the cities was the perfect place for us to land, like before we moved out to the west suburbs. We kind of realized what we wanted there. I always thought like I would stay in the Edina area, and I was like, I gotta get out, I gotta have a bigger yard, I gotta like not see cars everywhere I go. I'm like so excited for our deck at night to like just hear nothing and hear the bugs and hear the frogs. But like, truth be told, I literally like grew up with these noises, and it just makes me so at peace knowing I'm a little bit more secluded away from the city, and a little bit safer, and just, it's just like where I grew up. So I do feel very attached to like this tree, the tree lines, the birds, like all this stuff. Like I just feel very good and comfortable here. So, and Taylor, when he would come over to our house that I'm from, he was like, we're living here. Like he was like, game over. And I was not complaining. So we ended up moving because we realized when we were pregnant, we really wanted an attached garage, which we did not have in the cities. Like I grew up with an attached garage, and I envisioned like the stroller, the car seat, like all of that. If you're doing that right now, kudos to you, like you're amazing. But I grew up with the luxury of having like an attached garage. And I just was like, we need that when we have kids. Like in my life, in my scenario, I really want / need that. Again, not everybody needs that. I know that's probably a luxury, but I grew up in the suburbs and there was a lot of space. So that's just something I want for our life, to make our lives easier. And we could have that if we moved a little out of the city. So there were just a lot of reasons. I mean, we'd like doubled square footage. We have way more land, lots of opportunity to build on if we want to, lots of opportunities for like yard things, pool if we ever want one. We just are in love, and we're so happy about it. So that's been good. What is your current workout routine? I don't like this question, but I'm all about transparency. Right now, it's just getting back to the gym. Truth be told, it's just getting back to the gym and moving, because after like a really busy 5-6 weeks, I'm not kidding, like we had 4 trips, we hosted a bachelorette party, we've been up north for the 4th of July. Like there's just been so many things that have taken me away from our home that it's hard to get in a routine. And I really want to build such a strong routine that I carry it with me places, but it's really hard. I'm just like not gonna lie. I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism, like I have a lot of kind of stuff. I was diagnosed with chronic stress. So a lot of things like hinder my energy and all that. So my goal right now with like all things wellness is to like get my hormones balanced and like be drinking enough water so I like feel okay during the day. All the things I'm taking to get pregnant, like the fertility journey, they make me exhausted, they make me bloated, they make me crave things. Like it's really difficult. And I can shed light into that on a different video, but there's just a lot of like little things that are technically excuses, but I want to get them in line and set realistic expectations and like plans for myself. So right now I'm getting back to the gym 5 times a week and moving, like lifting, getting on the treadmill, trying to get a mile in between walking and running, and lifting, because that's feeling really good for my body right now and I don't dread it. Like I'm not on the way to the gym absolutely like crying, which I've done before. So that's what I'm doing right now and it's working for me and it's really good, and my fitness journey kind of ebbs and flows, but I don't want it to. So I'm trying to find something that I really enjoy. Like I love Barry's, I love the community, I love the class, but I just am really intimidated to do it right now. And like summer is so crazy that I feel like I can only go once every other week and then it's not worth the money. So it's just so many excuses and so many things. Long story short, I'm trying and I'm just trying to move right now. I'm actually gonna go for a run outside today, which is insane. I haven't done that since like maybe high school. I follow this girl on YouTube and like I went on her TikTok and she's like a superstar runner and she totally motivated me to just go out and sweat and try it. So I'm gonna try that today. Next question. Which I thought was like funny, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn with anything on this, but are all your friends that you post about real? And I'm like, yeah, like, okay, so you know how I started the video by saying I'm born and raised in Minnesota, haven't moved, college in the cities, I'm from a suburb. Most of my friends, like a handful have moved, but most of them are from Minnesota as well. So they're still here. So I have like a really, really strong friend group, and I mean, I have a group message who I talk to every single day that has like 17 girls in it, and then my hometown group has like 6. So, and I see, and I'm making friends still. You know, I'm making a lot of friends through social media. I'm making a lot of friends through book club, like the gym, all these things. And that's one thing I will say about being from Minnesota is, and like going to the school I went to, which is St. Thomas, like I met so many amazing people that like really challenged me to be my best self and bring out the best in me. And I'm so forever grateful for the fact that I went there for college. But from a good hometown, have very good friends from there still, made so many friends in college, like so beyond blessed for that. And then continuing to make friends like every day. Even at a coffee shop, I exchanged numbers with a girl the other day. So it's like amazing. And I would say my cup overflows, and I'm so blessed to have each and every one of them. I really, really am. And I would be lost without them all. So that's one thing. I'm like, I have the cream of the crop. Like I have the best friends in the world. And we all talked about like moving and like leaving the state, and some of our friends have, and you know, we visit and we keep in touch and all those things. So it's just like I just have such a ride or die group through this little thing called life, and I'm so grateful for it. Okay, but this is a good one. What is the number one thing that you, 1, want to always do in your nighttime routine, and 2, that you always do in your nighttime routine? So I think they're asking like, what's one thing I wish I did every night, and what's one thing I actually do every night? One thing I actually do every single night is I take a Let Me Sleep gummy. I swear by them. I literally was telling the girls at sushi last night, I swear by these gummies. It actually says online to take 2, but I only take 1. And I'm not kidding, within 15 minutes, I can fall asleep. I mean, and it's amazing. And this is the other thing I do every single night. I wear my drowsy sleep mask because we don't have blinds in our room. Coin that term. I'm gonna trademark it because I've said it 8 million times on my blog. But we don't have blinds, so I've really gotten used to wearing this at night, and now I bring it with me everywhere. I got like the little travel pouch for it. I love it. So I do that every single night. Like no matter what, I have those 2 things wherever I go. And then one thing I wish I did every night that I do kind of like 50% of the time, the toe stretchers, you guys. I love these, and I swear my feet like have started to crave them because it's really good for your, I'll like list what it's good for because I can't like obviously name it off my head. I know. Here's what it's good for, is basically what I want to say. I'll put the picture in, but I first found them from the Skinny Confidential, and I bought them like immediately because it's so weird, but like I could like sense that my feet like needed to be stretched and needed to like have more movement. Like they're just either shoved in shoes all day or like not touched. So I've actually really gotten into foot care. This is Foot Relief by Aveda. It's a lotion, and I rub my feet every night. I put these little toe stretchers in. My nighttime routine is like so structured, and I have a lot of different things, but I swear if I do them, like I sleep so much better. So maybe I'll do a separate video on that because I love what I do for my nighttime routine. I do like legs up, I do my full skincare, I do my book, I do sleep or Lemmy Gummy by the Kourtney Kardashian, I do my drowsy sleep mask, like, and in the winter I do my LED light shield. Like there's just so many things. Taylor's like, what is this mess that I married? And I'm like, through sickness and in health, babe. Okay, I'll probably just do like one more. How was Era? Amazing. It was amazing, worth every penny. Advice on starting a vlog in the Midwest. Please do it. Please do it. I would love to have like a vlogger friend that I could vlog with. Besides my selfish reasons for wanting you to start a vlog in the Midwest, like I would love to have a friend that would vlog. You just have one life, and it's like, get over what people are gonna think about you. Like you have to give judgment. Starting like social media is a really good way to just like stop caring about what people think, because it's so liberating to not care anymore, like what people are gonna think of me, and I just really don't care. Favorite place you've ever traveled to? That's so hard. I mean, favorite place I've ever traveled to? I mean, London. London is my favorite city in the world. I would move there in a second. Like if Taylor had a moment where he was like, I have a really good opportunity for work in London, it's truthfully the only place I'd move. Like I wouldn't move really anywhere in the United States. Like we travel all the time to Florida, Nevada. I just don't feel the need to move, but I would move to London. Not now that we're in our dream house, but I would move to London. And I would have moved there, and I think it's my favorite place to visit. Taylor and I had like a really cool 3 honeymoons planned, but COVID ruined them all. The first one was the Ritz-Carlton yacht experience, and we were gonna go to like Barcelona and do all those things because Taylor was never really able to travel abroad because he played basketball for so long. And so that was cut, and then we were also gonna do Bora Bora. Or no, we were gonna do the Maldives. Sorry, I get them screwed up, but we were gonna do the Maldives, and we had our deposit down and everything, and then all the excursions got canceled. So then we pivoted to Amangiri, or it's either Amangiri or Amanyara in Jackson Hole, and we were just gonna do like a 5-day, really nice stay at like a super, super stunning 5-star resort. And all the excursions got canceled there as well. So we ended up just like not honeymooning, which is sad, but we're going to Italy this fall. And our wedding was like such a big production. We were like, I just want to go home and be with our dogs anyway. It worked out fine. I'm not like, when I didn't have a honeymoon, but I think we would have traveled somewhere really cool for that. And truthfully, I've been all over. I've been Caribbean, I've been to Europe, I've been to like Sweden, my mom was really passionate about showing us the world from a young age, and she did. And I think I would actually say Stockholm's probably up there, but London's my favorite place in the world. I mean, I would move there tomorrow. Okay, last question. Do you have any goals you're willing to share? Yes, I want to get a sponsored couch in my basement, and I am putting that out there in the world because I am pursuing my small business full-time, which is Lens, which I've talked about, but I am gonna also pursue social media more, and we'll see what that gets to. I'm not like relying on it for anything, but I just have more time to create content and to post and to share. So I actually coined myself as a content creator, which is different from an influencer, which I love to create content. Okay, sorry. But last question. I think this will be the last question. What are a few things you're excited for coming up? I love this question. I'm really excited for our mother effing deck and driveway to get in. I can't explain the dirt in our yard still. And our driveway is supposed to be concreted this week. And I'm like, every second that goes by, we want our driveway so bad. And I'm so excited for our deck because I spend a lot of time on there. Like in my old house, I was eating every meal out there. I would work out there. I just love deck life. And that will just drastically change our lives for the better. So that's coming up literally days. Like I'm like, I don't know everything about it, but I know it's in days. Like we signed contracts and they're just waiting for the city to permit it. And then last thing is Italy. I'm so excited for Italy in September. I've just been starting shopping and I'm gonna share a little bit more of that. But well, the Q&A is over because my camera is flashing that it's about to die. Thank you for watching, and thank you so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in just a few days.